Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legends Symbiosis, where we are in a precarious but potentially victorious situation. Things would have to go kind of strangely for us to be able to win the game, but I might argue that things have already gone very strangely, and it's maybe not that unreasonable to expect that they will continue. So we are in a pretty good position here on the matter of stockpiles. I went and checked the patch notes and then heard from Leader Enemy Boss himself. When we upgrade to Organized Labor next turn, we will lose half of our stockpiles rounded down. So we will keep 2 and only lose 1, which is great. That means that there is no reason to spend a stockpile right now. When we get our stockpiles, when we get our new stockpiles, we'll immediately spend the 2 science stockpiles because I'm trying hard to push up to scientific specialization. We're going to hold the industry stockpiles until we get scientific specialization, and then we're going to use them to build the living lab tools as quickly as we possibly can. I suppose it is worth noting the reason I want to do it this way is because the science stockpile increases your empire science level, not the science level of your city. The other 2 stockpile types are used on a specific city, but this one just boosts your empire science, which means there's no reason to wait for us to have the percentage modifier from living lab tools, because that modifies the city's science output, not the empire's science output. Okay, what else? What else do we need to do? Oh, we have all this money, and we have access to the market. Somebody is telling me in the comments that Quicksilver affects hero leveling. I don't think I've ever tested it. I would be very surprised if that were the case. Surprised, I would say, hey, that's very obviously a bug, if that were the case. But we're in a position to try it, so let's try it. It only costs... Yeah, that was not even 200 dust. So that is definitely worth an attempt. And even if it doesn't affect heroes... Like, our units are gaining passive XP per turn, and our units being high level will be valuable when somebody comes for us for the purpose of murdering us, which is, like, definitely going to happen, so... before we click that... Greenblade is currently pulling 10 XP per turn, and on the Seer is currently pulling 8 XP per turn. We will pop this thing... 10 XP per turn and 8 XP per turn. Yeah, no big surprise that that does not work. But you know what? We'll test it. We'll check it again. Not everything updates immediately. We'll check it again at the beginning of next turn after it's had an end turn process, because some stuff doesn't update until after the turn has ended. And then, yeah, we're not really doing anything over here, so let's just hit end turn, I suppose. We have no other immediate pressing stuff that needs to be done. You guys need to run as fast as you can. They will be in a dust blizzard after they move next turn, so I'm just going to hope these guys don't move right away and forget that we are here as soon as they lose sight of us. My experiences with stealth in this game have not been great, though. I'm not going to say that the AI can see through your stealth, but they do definitely accidentally wander into you while you're stealthed a whole lot. It's probably not cheating. It's probably just bad luck, you know, but it does happen. I feel like there was something else crucial. Oh, Empire Plan. So in 8 turns, we're going to have to pop another Empire Plan. We should figure out how much influence we want to have. We're already producing as much science as can be produced from the Empire Plan. We could get down to plus 50% food. That has some value. We'd have to get to 1482. We have 8 turns to make 1482. So as it stands right now, we'll make it if we don't convert any villages. Obviously, we do want to convert villages where it is safe to do so. Yeah, I don't know, man. I certainly don't want to pull any people off of science to put them on influence. So what's the cost of converting a village right now? 423. 8 more turns of 820 is going to put us at 1440. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to generate 1440, so we'll end up at 1816. So we could afford to do 1 conversion. Okay, I'll do 1 conversion, that's fine. Oh, also technology. Technology was the other thing. That's what I was really thinking about. So I had just clicked, well, I don't know, whatever, let's pick up Dust Alchemy. That's definitely wrong, right? So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 texts from Air 3. We need 10 for our faction quest. There's no chance I'm going to put people on... Oh, Dust Transmuter, that's right. I unclicked it because I was like, I'm never going to use Dust Depository. Dust Transmuter is a thing. But I wonder if we might be better off picking Artillery Ship up or, like, Bathysphere. Artillery ships and Bathyspheres are both quite good against fire ships. Bathyspheres because they can't catch fire, and Artillery ships because you just kill the... fire ships at a distance. But, man, yeah, Dust Transmuter is a good point. Maybe I do want that Dust Transmuter. There's a cap to how much value we get from Dust, right? Trying to think, like, because there's not that many more things that we want to build, but I definitely never want to pull people off of science ever again. So, in that sense, I guess the Dust income is, alright, fine. Fine, past SB was right. And we're already getting unexpected allies, which we definitely want. Okay, now let's hit end turn. And remember to press the button so that our fleet in the water gets to escape from the horrible, horrible Bugman monsters in their terrible Bugman monster sailing ships. I'm a little worried about converting something over here just to have it killed by necrophages, I suppose. Oh, the dust blizzards don't move. They're not like normal sea weather. Well, blue moved away from us anyway, so it's fine. This guy's going to block us from getting a conversion. Remember, we can't convert with this army. The plan was to have the Preacher come up here and convert a village. But maybe that's not going to happen. Oh, and here comes the blue ship to punish us. You are just going to get sold off. I have no use for you. Well, maybe we're converting down here. You can go, I think, and grab that safely without upsetting anybody because it's now in my territory, I believe. Yep. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not converting anything up here. Never mind. Why don't you just get back in the water? We're definitely not converting anything up here. You did your job by taming the Urkan, which is probably like the biggest value move that we have made with an army in the history of time. Getting Chaka on board is like very, very good. Were there any other upgrades that we really wanted? Plus vision range is fine. Plus movement is also fine. Not things I would actually spend spices on, probably. Yeah, we're good. If we were to pick up Fakir, we would get extra approval and reduction in enemy approval, and it's a pretty huge reduction. Okay, so yeah, none of the other bonuses are really meaningful. Which is fine, because we definitely cannot get Fakir. The war between purple and blue seems to still be at a standstill. Nobody's made any progress in a long time. We should actually have a look at, like, what's the situation right now? Okay, purple and blue are still at war. Red is not at war with anybody. Green is not at war with anybody. And purple and green and I have formed an uneasy power block due to not wanting to be eaten. We'll see how long that holds. Alright, let's, hold on. Maybe I don't want to pop... I can't remember how this works exactly, but there's a limit to how much science you can carry over from one turn to the next. So like when we produce science in excess of the cost of the thing we're researching, any leftover science just carries over to the next turn and is added to next turn science for the purpose of determining, you know, how many turns it's going to take you to get to research. But there's a limit to how much carryover there is, and since we're clearly already carrying over, because we're going to finish this turn, I don't want to throw a stockpile on right now because I don't want to risk losing any of the stockpile. The bonus is probably at least one extra turn worth of science, though, right? So we're 15% of the way through this thing that costs 3,600. Yeah, 3,611. So that means that there's like 500-ish science off of that. No, we're cool. We're cool to just go ahead and spend one. As long as the cap is at least one extra turn worth of science, which I have to imagine it would be. We're totally fine. Okay. So, you guys, now that we know you don't really need to go there, I'm going to have you flee into this dust blizzard. And you guys try your hardest to make it across here. I guess since we can't get to safety, let's also go into a dust blizzard. And just, like, be really hopeful. Just hope that things do not go horribly awry. Oh, I didn't check our heroes. Let's check our heroes in a moment here. I guess I could just click on you now. Yeah, 10 XP per turn. The Quicksilver does not affect the heroes. It would be very... Like I said, it would be clearly a bug if it did. Because that would make it strictly better than the Red Sang. Like, not just I like the thing, it does more, but actually its function completely encompasses the function of the Red Sang while being a resource that is from an era earlier. That would be clearly not the design. Oh, the dye's run out. Well, we need that. Fortunately, there's quite a lot of dye on the market. Boy, I sure hope we don't get banned from the market again. Okay, so 1 turn on Dust Alchemy, and then we still need 3 more? 2 more. We still need 2 more techs here. Well, we could get the Dust Water with this extractor. That said, we do, techs from earlier eras are cheaper. So maybe what we want to do is, like, grab Granary and Aquacultural Science for extra food from all of our lake terrain. Just grab, like, two things that are much earlier and much cheaper. Man, the food techs from this era are so much better, though. 4,400 science against 3,200 science. You know what? The difference is so large. Like, look at that. Plus 25% food output on the city. Plus 10% food on every district during the winter. Plus 3 food on terrain with food. Plus 3 food on all exploited tiles. Yeah, okay, those are the 2. Those are the ones. And we're just going to go ahead and throw that other science stockpile in. You can pop more than 1 stockpile at a time, and they will just, they will fire sequentially. You will never use more than 1 stockpile in a turn. Alright, so blue has, in fact, accidentally moved adjacent to us, which means they can see us. They are not attacking, for reasons I'm not 100% clear on, but also I am fine with. And we just need to get the hell out of here. Back into my territory where it's safe. This archer is going to go and hold a little conversion party there. Conversion party, that's probably not a great thing to say, given what conversion therapy is. Let's just all pretend that I didn't say that. So we're gaining levels on our spies. We have some level 2s here. In 2 turns, Syria Alastra will be level 3, and then we're going to have to seriously consider what we want to do. But that is a 2 turns from now kind of problem. And now that we have Dust Alchemy finished, we can build something other than units. Definitely useful for us to build a couple of things real quick here. We need this Inquisitor's Divinity. We'll talk about exactly how security works in just a moment when we consider our spying options. And we definitely want to build a Dust Transmuter. And we've done it. We've gained the Wordless Will, which is another cool trinket we can equip on our archers if we wanted to. Some of them are more than converts. These may be leaders. They started with nothing but their will and purpose. Now they have an empire. The glory of it all begins to affect me. They are with us, even if they are not aware. Now we move. I've seen the armies lined up in ranks, straight and tall and full of excitement. They are fanatic soldiers, and their holy war to spread across Auriga is near. There will be more faithful, more converts, more angry tribal chiefs with broken legs lying in pits. But when I see the result, and how far and how fast they grow, I also feel that strange thrill of power and conquest and purpose. I am becoming the thing that I hate, or that I hated. But the drums and trumpets sound, and the sound of thousands of feet marching echoes in the city. It's impossible to be indifferent and detached. All Auriga will share the purpose. Our purpose. The drums of battle beat at the rhythm of my heart. So he's just gone all the way over now. Cultists are laying the groundwork for the final phases of their plan. Keep 8 minor faction villages converted for 10 turns. We have some right now. That's a lot of villages. Have fun. Thanks, Tooltip. And here's the thing. We get our Shrine of Whispers. This is what I was looking for. Unfortunately, it does cost 30 of a very high level resource to build, but we'll have that by then. So 8 minor faction villages converted for 10 turns. We are at 3, 6, 7, 7, right? I think all of the other ones got destroyed. Okay, so this village being converted is actually really important. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. Yeah, weird. The necrophages are just, like, not attacking me for some reason. I'm not 100% clear on why. Maybe we're cool. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they figure it's way more worthwhile to attack purple. Let's spend our resources in that place, shall we? Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with them. So, it doesn't really make sense to do anything. Oh, you know what we should do, actually? There's a stockpile area of the marketplace. Periodically, stockpiles go up here. I didn't want to buy any until we had our stockpile tax, but we should definitely buy this one that is available right now. Seems the other players have purchased the other ones, unfortunately. Food stockpiles in particular I'd be real eager to have at this point. So next turn we have a level 3 spy, and then we have to consider some things. Dust transmuter in 3 turns. It's 10 dust on every exploit tile? No, it's every tile that has dust. Still, that's going to be quite a lot, right? I believe it does work on your district tiles that only have dust because of the fact that districts create dust. Somebody else built the Throne of Emperors, which is fine. This thing just creates influence and reduces the cost of treaties. Not super relevant to us now that we have decided on the direction that we have decided on. Okay, that's unfortunate. He already had a skill point spent, and it was in a skill that does not help us. We're just going to have to start at the bottom of the green part of the tree here. Our units on the sea are being attacked. Oh, and I've got a level. That's something. Well, Impassioned Preacher is the only skill left that increases our science, and so we shall take it. Yeah, we dealt with that already. Our Spy is level 3. We'll deal with that presently. We have Nutrition Chemistry available. I mean, we want all this stuff. Oh, I have another burrow. Where would we build you? Well, right here makes a lot of sense to me. Pick up that the 26 science tile and these 8 science tiles. So I'm gonna, like I said, I am gonna hold on to the industry stockpiles. We're gonna wait until we have living lab tools available to build. I think that's the right thing to do. I guess getting these food buildings done faster, like the dust transmuter is kind of whatever, but getting these food buildings done faster actually does make a big difference. Yeah, let's pop one. We'll move you down to the bottom, like all the way to the bottom. Yeah, I think it's right to get these done in one turn, because this is a lot of extra food. We'll get more population. That population will feed into our science output. Alright, we're being attacked. Which, those guys. Yep. I retreat. We can get onto land quickly and escape the ships next turn, and our other ship has made it to our territory. And safety. You guys need to, next turn, convert that village, and then we just need to not get horribly declared on. I am confident, relatively, I am confident-ish about our ability to hold on here. So let's talk about this spy. Level 3. So you can see each spy action has a little number next to the title that tells you what level you have to be to do it, but once you've hit the minimum level to perform a spy skill, you are not at maximum effectiveness with that spy skill. You can see at level 3, the decreased vision ability cuts the vision of watchtowers, At level 4, it also cuts the vision of cities and regional buildings. And at level 5, it also works on armies. So they're all like that. They all get better as you continue to level up. None of them are positive for us. There's nothing we can do that's like going to steal a technology or make any of our yields go up. They're all purely negative. So it probably actually doesn't make a lot of sense for us to do anything to green unless we suspect that green is going to win the game before we do. We should probably pop the hydromiel. This is just like extra money. It's a fair amount of extra money too. Let's have a quick look. On the economic victory, they are at a mere 6%. Oh, they're not pulling in dust anywhere near fast enough to be a threat that way. They are behind us on the diplomatic victory. They could, in theory, challenge us. They could beat us on science if they wanted to, but they may not. Oh no, we're like way... They're ahead of us on research, but we're outpacing them by so much we'll pass them quickly. Doing really well on science. We're doing our best. So I don't think I actually want to do anything to green. I just want to keep them on the board. I want to know where they are and what they're doing. To be perfectly honest, the next thing we do with dust might be purchasing a hero to spy on blue. That's possible. But to go over the options real quickly, you can crush the vision of other players. You can do this to reveal and wound a spy of the infiltrated empire within your empire. Unfortunately, even at max level, this does not wound them enough to knock them out of the city. But if you know where they are in your empire, you can do a roundup or something. I'm not a big fan of that option. I hope that it doesn't come to that for us, because I don't want to spend time doing roundups for spies and distracting our people from all of the very hard research they must do. We can crash their science production, which is a thing we might have to keep an eye on in regards to red. Obviously, we don't want to do it to red because there's a chance of getting caught. And if we do something bad to red at this point and get caught, they will probably declare war on us and they will probably kill us. You can crash the morale of a player's armies. You can steal vision. So this doesn't affect their vision at all, but it just lets you see what they can see. You can decrease the cost of diplomatic terms when you're making contracts with them. I don't know why this is a thing that can have negative consequences. Because like if your spy gets caught doing this, the other empire gets mad at you. But this doesn't really seem like the sort of thing that should make them mad. And then those are all empire-wide. And then for city-specific ones, you can kill population, damage their fortifications. This is sometimes very valuable for killing other players. Especially like enemy cult players who have huge fortification values on your city. You just get somebody inside for a while and have them bring the walls down from within. And damage their industry production or attempt to kill their governor. At level 5, this straight up captures the governor and puts them in your jail, where eventually they will be freed, but you can use them as a diplomatic term in the meantime. Try to trade them back in exchange for ransom. I don't know that it benefits us to mess with green right now. We're just going to sit here and accumulate infiltration points on them. And hopefully they will continue to serve as a competent distraction. Is one of my most fervent hopes. Alright, so we got to make sure we do this so that that army that's being harassed by 8 fire ships can get onto land before it is attacked. Oh, wait a minute. Am I forgetting about a village? Our counter did go up. Keep 8 villages converted, huh? Hold on, we'll have a look. So, are my villages listed in my cities? No. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rexos and Rothkalor. Oh, yes, the village in Rexos. Yep, absolutely. Okay, so I don't actually need this conversion, but we're still going to get it, obviously. Because my math indicates that I can afford to get it. Conversion. And in fact, we may want to swap our assimilation to these guys, because we'll get plus 10% food, and that's way more relevant to our current goal than the extra half a titanium. Yeah, that's definitely worth doing. Alright, so we got a lot of our important stuff built there. Next turn, when we pick up isolation sciences, we may pop another stockpile just to get refrigeration plant and subterranean gardens done quickly. And then we will have one more stockpile left for the next move. I mean, we're making progress on this very quickly. You just need to try to get to a place where you'll be able to scoop up pearls, I guess? Actually, it doesn't matter much, does it? Alright, sell you. And you, I suppose, can just get in the water and try to get to one of those ruins, maybe? We go get these pearls, but I think actually at this point we're out of things that we need pearls for, aren't we? Because this doesn't do anything for us. We don't have a river or any ice shelf territory. We could pick up... No, we don't have any use for strategic intensifier. We could pick up Ward of Ariga, I guess, and that would make our city do a lot of retaliation damage if anybody came over here and attacked us. That's probably worth doing, I suppose. Oh, you know what? This has some benefit. It's not very much, but it will give us +1 population in our city because of the fact that the minor faction village in our home region is not converted. It's just a normally pacified village. So yeah, actually, let's build that. That's a very, very small amount of industry. And then, yeah, the next thing we get will be the Ward of Ariga, I suppose. So we'll unlock the blessing, and then we will actually need 30 pearls to build it. Probably we can get to 30 pearls next winter. I bet. How much was this? 4? Yeah, that does matter. Alright. So these guys, since they don't need to defend Chaka, I'm actually going to have them come over here and wait in a position where we can see our entire territory and also run to it quickly if we need to. Because winter is coming. Winter could be any moment now. And remember, at this point for us, it is better for it to be winter than summer. Because our city is immune to all negative winter effects and has a level 2 winter burrow. We could get this winter burrow to level 3, potentially. I don't know that I see that happening. Well, this is level 2. This is a level 3 district. This district will be level 2 if we built something right here. And then if we built something somewhere else around this, this would hit level 2. That's already level... You know what? Actually, it's not infeasible for this to become level 3. Oh, the necrophages, blue necrophages had 4,000 dust in the bank. They are the first player to do that at any point during this game. That's pretty wild, actually. Moonleaf has run out, which is just the saddest thing I've ever heard. No, I don't know if there's a sadder sentence in the English language. The Moonleaf's run out. Those pearls were in this space, right? I think they're still there and we just can't see them because of the fog. Alright, you made it onto land, and I don't know what to do with you. Guess we could come over here and pacify these guys. We could pick up some more villages. Oh, there's a stack of 6 pearls right there. That's one thing we can do with you. So, over here, we want to get our subterranean gardens, and our refrigeration plant goes first. Then subterranean gardens. And I am willing to pop a thing for that because food... And now, we have entered Era 5. Scientific specialization is the most important thing in the entire universe. Hey, are we trading? We are not trading. Oh, you know what? We can't trade with people that we have closed borders with. And they're still going to be really terrible about that. The reason I ask is that there's a tech here that gives you additional trade from your trade routes, but if we didn't have good trade, then I was going to ignore it. And it turns out we don't have good trade, so I am going to ignore it. What I am not going to ignore is the Imperial News Network and the Arts Council, both of which give additional science. And then, honestly, from here, we're probably going to go back and get other techs because they are cheaper. So we are going to need 9 technologies to move up to this era, as we have in past eras. That's 3. 4, 5... Honestly, 6. This is 5,200. This is 3,100. 7, 8, 9. There you go. Just the cheapest bunch of garbage technologies we can research. Just trying to get into Era 6 as quickly as possible. Then we got to get Difference Engine. And then, once we have Difference Engine, we got to get 4 more of these big ticket technologies. And if somehow no one has consumed us by then, we will win. It's a tall order. I don't think it's super likely to happen. But I do think this is our best possible chance for victory, so it's the thing we got to pursue. There is not a lot of Moonleaf on the marketplace. We have Moonleaf income, but we're going to have to spend a couple of turns here without it, unless we can negotiate some away from another player. It is also worth noting that it looks like we're coming in a little bit south of estimate on our Empire plan, so we may have to temporarily shove some people over to influence. Well, I guess while the Moonleaf's not working, this would be the time, right? So, what are we talking about? Oh, also, our plan's going to be more expensive because we picked up another village. So, 1597. We are currently at 1,054. So we need 543. Which means we need to be producing 272. Which is a lot, actually. Yeah, that does it, right? So that's definitely hurt our research a bit. It has not added a turn to scientific specialization, so that's good. Yeah, you know, I was not including the increased cost of the Empire plan because of grabbing that village in my math. That's definitely not good. I should be thinking about stuff more. Now we're going to double check my math to make sure that it was not terrible. Hold on. Now we're going to move our units around a little bit. This is what we're going to do. You're kind of where you need to be already. Just hang out sort of central. That's annoying. Annoying sea stuff. Seaweed. You know what it is. And the Seer levels up and gets the final rank of Impassioned Preacher, which is just fantastic. We have so much science now. He has every science-relevant skill. Would you declare war on Red if I gave you 40 Palladian? No. Absolutely not. That's an insane question. You are an actual crazy person. Actual real-life crazy people. Okay, so... Sorry, refresh me. I'm very forgetful. 1597. So we need 271 at this point. And we can pull somebody back because of Endom's increase in Impassioned Preacher. We can pull one somebody back. Okay, yes, this is good. This is going to push us over 1600. And then we can consider continuing to convert villages over here. We're still at peace with Purple. Purple can't actually take our stuff. Although it might be worth moving a guy over here just to... moving Khazar over there just to protect it from Blue. I think it is possible. Blue's running land units around in Uardan, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing that I just said. Khazar, head over to... Where at? Head over to here. Let's just make sure everybody knows this is ours. And actually, this territory being my color may help avoid some diplomatic penalties from Purple for taking these pearls. Although I guess if they don't see it, it doesn't matter. By the way, if they don't see it, it doesn't matter is, weirdly enough, an ELCP thing. I believe in the base game, players always know if you take pearls in regions adjacent to their territory, even if they don't see it. Which is like a super weird design decision that Amplitude made, I believe. Now that I'm saying that, I am uncertain that I am telling the truth. I think that's right. Okay, now we're going to just hit end turn. We're not going to try to negotiate for Moonleaf because we don't have the influence. We're going to get our Empire plan settled, and then we're going to fiddle. We're going to change things up. Okay. I would expect winter to start any moment now then, since we've hit the end of the eclipse. Interesting, the purple was trying to talk us into war with red. I wonder if that means that red did in fact go to war with purple. I should probably look at that. Alright, extra food. Extra food. Oh, I don't need this anymore. I guess I could save a little influence that way, huh? Well, in that case, let's do this with that extra influence. Lower the cost of producing units. Aww. Yota's village in... Sorry, where? Wait. Which village was that? Wasn't one of these... Huh. I don't actually know where that was. Oh no, it was right here. Okay, so they attacked it from inside of Purple's territory. Well, thanks to this, we are still on 8 villages. Yeah. That was a problem I didn't anticipate having when I moved Khazar out of this territory, that red would attack me there, but I guess red and purple are at war, so red stuff is all up in purple's territory. It is still the case that green is not at war with anybody. Did I see that they are terrified? Oh, they're terrified of red. No, wait. Who did I have selected when I saw that? Terrified. Due to the weakness of its armies, they're terrified of purple. Dude, I don't think that's a reasonable concern. I don't think you have anything to fear from purple. Alright, what did these guys want? Emeralds and... Moonleaf. Well, that's probably not happening. So who has the Moonleaf? Oh, you have Dust Orchid. I want that. Can I have that? I would really love 12 Dust Orchid right now. We don't have access to that on the market, right? Oh no, somebody sold some. Well, we'll definitely buy all the Dust Orchid at market price. Oh, there's spices now too. We got to keep an eye on this. People are moving stuff in. Okay, hold on. The rest of the Dust Orchid, though. So I now need 7 Dust Orchid. Hey, Purple. We've been good friends forever, right? Right? You love me, I love you? What do you want for this? You want... Ooh, Hyperium is a no-go. Actually, Mithrite probably is too. We actually have need of that stuff now. So that's awkward. They don't really want to trade for anything that I want to give them. I would give them Shipyard and also a little bit of, like, Titanium. That'll work. Okay, awesome. Dust Orchid is another source of science and also food and also other stuff. It's just very good. And then we have most of the other... Actually, we don't need to buy the spices just yet. We'll buy spices next turn. So the Moonleaf is really all we need. We need to find 3 Moonleaf. You actually didn't have any, right? I realized I forgot to keep looking. You. You're the sort of person one might trust to have a resource, no? Well, I believe we can't trade for resources with the other players because you have to, you have to be at peace to have access to somebody's resources. So I guess we're waiting. I'll buy the 1 Moonleaf. We're just waiting. There's unfortunately, as far as I know, no way to know exactly how much Moonleaf I have. I have 16 point something. So it's possible that the 1.4 we get next turn will push us up to 18. I don't believe it ever displays the full decimal of that. Right, we don't see... yeah. Yep, impossible to know. Okay. Hey, over in the capital. Let's get our very extremely important living lab into the thing. So... okay, we can get it done in 1 turn by moving some of these people, apparently exactly this many of these people, over to industry. Those stockpiles have been lovely. We definitely need to keep popping over here and checking the stockpile tab, because they do appear from time to time. It is also the case that, in theory, you could sell stockpiles, but it's hard to imagine wanting to do that, because they're very expensive to build. Alright, so we made that deal happen. You guys are just extremely not in position to do this. You know what we could do? I'm going to pull Khazar up and we're going to kill this village. You guys don't need to participate in that. Okay, and then he can't replant because that costs an action point. He will have to do it next turn. But we can go and try to get a quest from the other village, maybe a more reasonable one. And then we can convert these villages once we have a little bit more influence sitting around. We definitely want to have as many converted villages as possible because we are getting, we are now getting influence from, or we are in a couple of turns going to be getting an extra science boost from them, which hopefully will be enough to push us to the place we need to get to. I don't know, just go back to here, I suppose. Lots of green, lots of blue dudes coming, just like a huge number of blue dudes all up in my oceans in a way that makes me very nervous. Well, nothing for it. I suppose we'll just have to sit here and watch them do that and be there. We're generating quite a lot of food at this point. Actually, still growing population very, very quickly, which is great. We are very close to having our Imperial News Network up, which is just going to be excellent. That's going to cost 10 Mithrite. This is going to be another 5 Mithrite. And if we want our Climatology Guild, which I totally do, we're going to have to wait until we have a little bit more titanium. I guess I should plant this guy right away at the beginning of the turn. No reason not to, right? It's not having any effect on Purple's cities, because Purple is in that weird not enemy, not ally space for us. But it does keep people from walking into my territory and killing my dudes. Oh, did we pick up a movement conflux? I don't think we're... Yeah, we're not naturally that fast. We must have. Titan bones should never end. The spices must be rebought. So how much? Okay, yep, we did hit 18. That's lovely. We need 8 spices. Very purchasable. That is an extremely purchasable number of spices. We also need red sang. A little bit more expensive, and we do not generate it naturally, but we can afford. Keep that going. At this point, I guess the value of additional XP on Andom is pretty limited. I mean, we can pick up more influence and more dust from him. His influence boost skill is based on his level, so he is getting more influence as he continues to level up, but that's it. Like, that's the only benefit that's providing. Syria Alastra, on the other hand, could pick up some extra infiltration points, even though we may not actually ever have her do any spying. This did not finish all the way due to math. Math being bad. But I mean it this time. Actually finish it. How many people do we have to put over there to make that happen? You. Okay. So... feels like I should be doing more per turn. I don't know what else to do. But it feels like there's something else I ought to be doing. Let's get over here and try to grab ourselves some more sea ruins. You are just getting sold. We are producing level 5 dudes with like some okay stats, kind of. They're still pretty bad. And I mean, you saw in the if you were watching the end of the Inferno series, the game where we were playing as the Forgotten, you saw exactly how bad those troops are. Even when they're really massed up and able to fight together, they're just not able to stand up to even a small modern army. Okay, so now we have a pretty good science output with our living lab tools completed. 4281, it's okay, I guess. Could be better. Quicksilver's run out, that's not a big deal. Andom is leveling up, and I think getting us more influence before anything else. He's proven to be a fine governor, no doubt about that. I'm actually cool with you just kind of being right where you are. You should come over here and search me a ruin. Find me something wonderful. Found me a quest. In 5 turns, search for a relic. Over there. I don't know what we're going to get. The more you sail the waters, the more you realize you are gliding on a thin surface above deep and unfathomable mysteries. Are there lost kingdoms, unspeakable horrors, or both? Gnarled deckhands, skilled rights, and sunburned pirates speak of an ancient object lying in a place shrouded in mystery and death that may teach you more about what lurks beneath you. It may be dangerous, but what is life without a bit of risk? Okay, well, I guess we'll go back over there and search that. I don't remember what the output of this quest is. Could be something we want. What do you guys think? They would like me to destroy an Erisys village in Gulquin. Sorry, where? Gulquin? What? Hold on. Pacify the Delvers in Arctic, find and destroy the village located in a nearby region. Region called Gulquin that has Erisys. Am I just looking right past it? Sometimes I do that. Gulquin is all the way over there. I don't think I've ever seen that quest generate a target so distant. Okay, so it turns out we're going to have to knock out that village as well. They are not going to cooperate. We have ways of fixing that. So that should be within reinforcement range. I think, yeah, we can just go ahead and have at them this turn, and then we're just going to have to, well, you know what? I'm just going to bribe them, actually. Never mind. That's right. I always forget about bribe because I never use it. But it is absolutely not, it's not even a turn worth of dust. And we have maybe the worst dust output in the game. So yeah, convert. Absolutely. Convert everybody. Look at that. Just paid for the bribe. Should have done that for this village. That's just foolishness. That's just foolishness that I forgot that that was an option. I almost never bribe villages. Okay, that's going to be 440, which we will be able to do in 2 turns. You're cool. You're cool. Okay. So we've got ourselves access to the Imperial News Network, and it is more important than the Dust Transmuter. I think we want to really science focus here. I don't suppose anybody... Nope, nobody's selling science stockpiles. Alright, we have the Red Sang and the everything. Yeah, we have all of the important boosters running. So what about... like, buying stuff out with dust is just not feasible. It's not a thing you can do on an upkeep on an income of 176 dust. Even selling off our excess luxuries is not going to get us anywhere near it. Yeah, we could try to negotiate with other players for their stockpiles if they have any. Oh, yeah. Could we get that? Man, he really wants the moon for that, huh? Jeez, that's a big bar. Okay, do you have any fun stockpiles? No? Yeah, that stockpile's basically ungettable. I could give him Imperial News Network and Scientific Specialization. That feels a little bit like kicking myself. You know, this is not great. It's not a great deal. It does get us an industry stockpile. It is 1,600 industry. How afraid of him winning like a science victory am I? He is still ahead of us on research. But he would need the science to actually push through the final era, right? Which he does not have. So... he's still not a threat on the economic victory. You know, it's possible. Here's the thing. A thing that we have to be concerned about. When we complete... I believe when we complete the first science tech difference engine, or when we complete the first victory tech difference engine, it's going to notify all the other players that we are currently totally winning the game, and anybody who is not allied with us is immediately going to try to crush us. Now, again, that's not a concern with green, because green is a obviously not able to declare war on us, but red will almost certainly declare war on us at that moment, the moment that happens. So we do need to have a very serious amount of troops by the time that occurs, and there's really no way to stop it. Blue may also declare war on us when that happens, which might cost us all of our fortresses, although at this point, I'm not sure how much that's a concern. I guess it'll cut off our source of Moonleaf. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that one. Red declaring war on us is a serious problem, though. A serious problem that we are not in a position to solve, sadly. Well, it is what it is. It's going to happen. Actually, that probably affects our choices, doesn't it? Our tech choices. So we got to finish Arts Council. That's a no-brainer. But the old techs that we get are maybe going to be different. In fact, maybe we should grab one more thing from this era, just to give ourselves a little bit more of a fighting chance. Okay, close borders from Red. That's them preparing to declare war. Yeah, war with Red is inevitable. Okay, hold on. This bears some thinking. Like, we should definitely have meritocratic promotion, and also probably Signal Corps, so that we can support ourselves a little bit better. We can keep more units in our army and in our garrison. That puts us at 5 techs. Thinking, what else do we need? It might be beneficial to pick up rare armor for the trinkets. It's 5 techs. And we need, what, 7 more? 6 more? 7 more. Yeah, so I need 2 additional techs on top of the ones we've already clicked. I don't think we need this guy. I do think we want public granary. Probably. Maybe. I guess if you're not willing to put people on food, this is just 15 food. We will get more food from this during the summer. Unfortunately, the skill that makes us immune to all the negative effects of winter does not make these buildings work during the winter. Because this is not these losing food is not a negative effect of winter, it's a positive effect of summer. What else do we need to be militarily viable? So we'll have the good weapons, we'll have the good dust armor, which is maybe good enough. We could grab another production thing for the purpose of making it a little bit easier to pump out troops. We definitely want the Ward of Ariga to make attacking the city itself awkward. I don't know. You know what? We can just wait on picking those last 2 techs. That's not a thing I have to do right now. Arimu gets better at this. I will say, when Red attacks, we will have a spy in their empire who is reasonably high level and who can crush their morale. That'll help. Nuke their stats a little bit. Alright, you are going to go and attempt to get this quest completed. Yeah, who knows how long we actually have on Red's thing, though. On Red deciding to attack us. We should update our units a little bit. So, actually, we should update our hero first. One thing we can do is replace all of this tier 1 dust gear. And also give him a real weapon. I didn't realize his weapon was so bad. So, army health boost 2. Personal health boost 2. And a real actual weapon. This is 27 attack, 24 damage. Yeah, we're still better off just using the old school stuff. Do I want him to go glass steel instead for the initiative? No, probably not. It's not enough initiative. It won't be enough to matter. And then we give him that, and 33 health plus 15% defense. It's probably a big enough gap now that it's worth it to put this on, even though we lose a little bit of attack from it. So we can't actually do that. Well, I'll give him a tier 2 dust bow for now. I guess I'll give him a glass steel bow then. I Titanium is actually weirdly a problem. Okay, you guys are where you need to be. Okay, so we can update our units for real, like when the thing happens. I suppose we're not going to get suddenly attacked on the turn he declares. We really need to get a lot of pearls very quickly at the beginning of the winter, though. Oh, and I gotta actually convert these villages. Remember that I have stuff to do over here. I do not think there is any value in waiting. Would you... Hey, would you do... Yeah, there you go. Man, Blue sure does have a lot of boats. Okay, that's going to be a minute. Dye has run out, but probably is relaunchable. Should have done that before converting the village, I suppose. Alright, just making sure everybody is actually on science. We have gained enough resources for an additional borough. Building out like this is going to get us more total science, but building like this is going to get us the ability to level up our winter borough, which I think is actually really valuable. Well, if we build right here... Oh, no, that's right. You're already level 2. You have 4 boroughs around you like that. So, yeah, it's these two that have to level up. So let's go ahead and build here. That is more important than the dust transmuter. That dust transmuter will probably get finished someday. Arts Council might be more important than both. Possible. I'm thinking real hard about whether I want to make that big trade for an industry stockpile. How badly do I need that stockpile? Alright. Yeah, things are going to get real rough for us, like probably in the near future. For a moment, though, let us bask in our 5,500 science. We kind of got somewhere on that science output. It's still going to take forever for us to be able to win this victory from here, and we're going to be potentially under attack during a lot of that time. I really do need to get a spy into Blue's Empire. How are we going to do that? How am I going to get vision of a blue city? I suppose you can get me vision of a blue city. Congratulations, you found your purpose. I need vision of Monk, which we should be able to get without sending you too deep into enemy territory. And we'll have the dust to hire the hero. Is there a forgotten hero in the market? There is not. I probably would have bought them right away if there was. But we'll just have to wait. I believe on turn 106, we should see a new crop of heroes pop up. It's every 15 turns, if I'm not mistaken. So, and then we'll have all of the remaining players on the board, and we can keep a little bit of an eye on them. It's way more important to do in a totally internal victory. If you're gonna be victorious via fighting people, it doesn't really matter that much how much attention you're paying to their bars. But in a victory like this, I care quite a bit, because we need to know who to harm with spies. If we wait for the victory notifications, it may well be too late. Oh, and we got our faction quest step done. Shrine of Whispers is ours. Cold War from green, that's bad. Market ban from green, that's bad. Green is attacking a village. Hold on. We'll be right with you. Oh no! Confusion in the air! A strange crop of mushrooms appears, and its spores cause confusion and hesitation, even for the most highly trained minds. What a terrible moment for that to occur. Well, got our marvelous alloys. Let's, go ahead and search this thing. Got ourselves Bale Shark's Tooth. That's not even a good shield. I don't know why that even happened this late in the game. What creature had ribs so huge? Man, that's a terrible result. This is just a horrible outcome. Okay, so we gotta talk to Green. We gotta get Cold War to prevent them from doing the thing that they're doing right now. Or we gotta get back to peace to prevent them from doing the thing they're doing right now to any more of our villages. We can't stop this one. Oh, they're gonna be, like, real tough about it. Okay, well, I have emerald income and I don't really need my emeralds. If I get attacked, I'm gonna want to have my emeralds. A technology? Sure. Yeah, this attack happens anyway. Do not participate. So we lose one of our Sisters of Mercy villages, and we cannot get it back due to our infinitely closed borders. And I gotta get marketplace access back from him too. Man, you suck. You suck, and I hate you. Are my worst friend. We're gonna have to give him a tech for this. None of our other stuff was even close. I'll give him nutrition chemistry. That's fine. Out of curiosity, nope, open borders still completely ungettable. So we're never going to get that village back. But now that we have marketplace access, we can sell off some units here. And unfortunately, we had to give him a bunch of our influence there, effectively, so we don't get to buy this village yet. It seems like nobody's making any headway against Purple. It may well be the case that the only reason Purple hasn't won is because everybody else is conspiring against them so hard. We are moving forward. The doubters will come with us or be crushed beneath us. I don't need to be told that the final steps are coming. It is in the air, in the voices that crack, in the hurried movements. But I want no part of this. I had forgotten the horror and the shame of being converted, the ruin of my village, the slavery of my people. I wanted to kill them all, to wield a hammer the size of a mountain, and bring down their great citadel with one godlike blow. But they are wiser than I am. As soon as I let my rage show, I saw the members of my village driven up to the front lines of battle, and my great challenge was over. Where is my honor and virtue now? Could I sacrifice them for my pride? Would I rather see them die quickly in battle, or slowly on a planet turned into a vast slavehold of the cult? Directly or indirectly, I can't kill them. Their fate is their own to choose, not mine. I have donned my armor and taken up my weapon and returned to the front of my troops. They were waiting for me, expecting me. My actions, my will is no longer my own. I cannot imagine defying them. The end is coming, and I will be an instrument of its arrival. So we must glorify the Queen by building the Shrine of Whispers, which is a thing that we absolutely want to do anyway, but we cannot afford to do just yet. Shrine of Whispers requires... Okay, it's just the 30 Hyperion. Well, it can go on the big pile of improvements that I want. We're getting 5 Hyperion per turn. I don't think I want to try to negotiate for Hyperion. Like, we know the other players would totally gouge us on that. I guess I could try to buy some. Yeah, alright. There's enough on the market that we could put the thing in the queue now. Would it go to the front? Because if it wouldn't, then there's no point in buying the thing. Yes, I think it would. Well, no, this is 10% science. This is 2% per village? Oh, no. What am I thinking? Yes, we have way more than 5 villages. Okay. So yes, I would in fact like to start the thing now if I could. Fortunately, it's not a very tough build beyond the cost. So that'll be pretty good for us. Still producing population. The next borough will be ready to build as soon as this one is finished. So, part of the reason that we have allowed Green to live is that I don't want Red to be short on targets. I want them to be able to fight Green if they feel like fighting Green would be fun. Basically, I was hoping Green would serve as a distraction. I am now thinking that maybe we need to consume a city or two off of Green. The thing is, if we declare war on Green, we will never get out of it. It will be a forever war. Maybe that's okay. Red's currently at war with Purple. Blue's currently just at war with Purple. It may be that weakening Green will not will not have much of an effect on anybody except us. And if we did take some cities from green, then we would be in position to build up some more villages. They have a lot of attack, a lot of defense. I mean, their units are not bad, certainly. Alright, we're picking up a couple of military attacks. We have some new weapons to equip. I'm going to think about this one. I'm going to give this one some serious thought. That's going to be it for us for today. This is where I'm going to leave you. Come back next time, tomorrow, when I've looked at our weapons and looked at Green's defenses and really figured out whether or not we want to try to just devour them for their stockpiles. And we'll see you then.